Welcome back, everybody, to the New York Mets franchise. So we continue on here in August. We're probably going to roll through August, maybe get into that series against Philadelphia, because right now they're sitting in second place behind us. So possibility, probably get in one of those games and see where we're at right now. You can see they're close, I believe 5.5 back of us. So we'll continue on. We win the the second game against Texas and lose the third. So at least take 2 out of 3 from the Rangers. 10-9 there. He tried in the ninth. A couple runs. Charlie Soto gets lit up a little bit. 4 innings, 7 earned, 4 Ks. Max Kranick comes in. Doesn't do very good. Man, we still just can't find that middle relief right now. Luckily, it hasn't been too concerned. Jackson will be out for a couple weeks. Yeah, it hasn't been a concern really this season. That's really good. But, man, we just haven't really found that spot yet. Walker Buehler looks like he may be back, and that is good to see. He dominated the Dodgers, this time 6 innings, 7 hits, just 2 earned, 4 Ks, gets the win. ERA is now under 6, so it just continues to drop in Walker Buehler. That is fantastic to see, as we have a little mini 2-game sweep over Tampa Bay and win that game 7-6 as we get into this 4-game set against the Marlins. And honestly, with Miami, they're going to have to probably sweep us to get back in maybe a wild card hunt. And they take the first 2 games. I don't think they'll be in the division race, still with like a month and a half to go. But to kind of save their season, they got to do something here. Wood should be fine day to day. We'll take game 3. Soto bounces back with a good, looks like, victory. Glaber and Luis Angel Acuna with the home run. Soto 7 innings. 1 earned, 8 Ks. Absolutely dominant, 13th win on the season. As for Game 4, Walker Buehler on the mound. Did he get a win? Oh, no, it's going to be Jorge Lopez with the victory. But he at least pitched good. It looks like he pitched well. So we'll split with Miami. 3-game set here against San Francisco. Senga on the mound for the first game will end up with a 2-1 victory. Game number 2, lose 5-7. And Game 3 will win 6-5. For the victory. Right now it's 79-49 before we take on this Phillies team who have completely dropped back. Wow. They're tied for second place now. The Braves have overtaken Philadelphia in second place. The Braves are on the move. Philadelphia is just completely fallen off. And we have a big lead in the division though. Big lead. Look at the Dodgers falling back as well. Cubs with a 3-game lead over the Cardinals. So this is probably a monster series for Philadelphia. If we can maybe sweep them, take 2 out of 3, the division, even with close to a month to go, might just be ours. So let's get into this series here against Philadelphia. Jump into this game. We have Charlie Soto on the mound, and Philadelphia. They were just a couple weeks ago, not that far back in the race in this division, no longer. So Atlanta did lose the games, but 9.5 games back of the division, and we can just really put them in the back burner and just take a hold of this division maybe for good. As Aaron Nola on the mound, looking for win number 14, so let's get this one going. And Nimmo to lead us off. He rips this one, but Bryson Stott at second base makes a fantastic play for the out. But it's just wild. You're so worried about the collapse in New York. It possibly could happen. You have that division lead. And Philadelphia's there. Atlanta's obviously now on the rise. Here comes Mike Trout to the plate. But Philadelphia, wow, they are just falling off the cliff here. As that's ripped up the middle for a base hit there from Trout. And of course, the Braves, maybe hoping you don't have to face them in the postseason. Or this is a down year. They have a World Series victory last year. But nope, they are making an incredible run. As that one was taken for a strike inside. So James Wood, you can see up to 81. I think he will possibly get 100 this year. No doubt about it. Swing and a miss, though, through the 4-seamer inside for strike 3. And nothing for us in the first. As Charlie Soto looking for win number 14 as well on the other side. Walk rate still at around 9%, but strikeout rate very good. Like to see him lower that whip down to maybe a 1.3. So here comes Trey Turner having a great season. Over 320 home runs, and he rips this one up the middle for a base hit. He got the speed on base just like that. Now, obviously, Schwarber not here anymore in this offense, but they still can just crunch the ball. As here comes Brandon Marsh, and there he goes. Throw to second, not even close. He is in there. As Marsh is hitting .322 as well, so he's having a good season. But Trey Turner, that is stolen base number 56 on the season. This one is ripped, but Lindor misplays it, hit pretty well, and Marsh is going to beat it out. So would you call that an E6 maybe, or maybe a base hit? They're going to call it an E6. But still, first 2 on, and here comes Bryce Harper to the plate. Really, you got to watch. Well, never mind. It's going to be a hit to a 5-4-3 double play. I was about to say, you might have to look out for a Trey Turner stolen base to third, but a 5-4-3 double play gets us 2 just like that, and Castellanos is going to come to the plate, and he rips this one, and that one's going to go foul. Number 1 RBI man on this team, swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Charlie Soto. So a little bit of a jam, and he gets out of it as... Oh, man, Marsh and Harper not too happy about that. Wow, okay. Just the first inning, guys. You don't have to get too crazy with it, but I guess the frustration is mounting up on this Philadelphia team. Brooks Lee at the plate. He is batted a lot better, average up to around 270 now, and he's going to rip this one. This one carrying, that one's going to get down in the gap, and Brooks Lee will be on his way to second base. You know, this was an important season for Brooks Lee, and it didn't start off very well. It hasn't been going very, very well at all, but since the All-Star break, he has really turned it on, and that is great to see. If we can get that average up, get some more power, get that, slugging up for Brooks Lee, that would be what you want to see, because he already is a fantastic fielder over at third base, so we don't really have to worry about that. 2-1 to Brett Beatty. This one is ripped. Will it stay fair? And it will, off the wall. Lee's going to score. Here comes the throw in a second, not in time, and Beatty with a double knocks it in for the first run of the game and a 1-0 lead. Another guy that really had an important season is Brett Beatty, and, I like to see these guys finish off the season strong, as here is Francisco Alvarez. And one thing I didn't realize about Alvarez, the 240 average, he is an 88 overall. I just didn't, I thought he was like an 83. He is now up to an 88. So he's like a top 5 player overall-wise on this team. Crazy to see, as Bryson Stott is just going crazy over there at second base so far in this game. Makes another fantastic stop, saves a run, but still will get at least 1 from the RBI double. And speaking of Bryson Stott, here he is. Triple digits for a strike. 0-1. And fouls away that changeup. That's the big pitch for Soto. If he can get that changeup rolling, he is definitely going to be dominant. 0-2, see if we can put him away, but Stott all over that fastball. Rips it. That's going to get down for extra bases. So, Bryson Stott, have yourself a game here so far. Double and just 2 web gems out there for his 29th of the season. And it'll be up to Rojas to try to knock him in here and tie this game up, and it might just happen. Wood's going to be up with it. Stott's got speed, obviously. Here comes the throw. Not even close. And the Phillies come right back with 2 outs here in the second inning to tie up this ball game. This is, like I said, this is the biggest series, I would think, for Philadelphia. This is where you try to get back in the division, as Soto with the strikeout to get out of it. But it is a tie ball game. This is big. This is really huge. This isn't, a big series for us in a sense, because, we got a good lead, but if they can't either sweep us or take 2 out of 3 and at least gain a game and try to get things back rolling on their side, and say we come into this series and we sweep them out, I mean, Philadelphia, you're going to be maybe knocked out. We'll see. I mean, I know it's still a month to go, as this one's ripped by Lindor, and it carries out of here. Solo shot for Francisco Lindor, putting up some fantastic numbers this season. His 30th of the season. Can he reach 40? I would love to see it. Love to see 40 home runs from Lindor, but solo shot here. I mean, it was 107 off the bat. I just wasn't sure if it was going to have enough to even carry out of here, and it did. As Trout, that's going to get through for a base hit, so Trout will be on once again, and It's just so funny because Mike Trout comes over, big trade. You know, we were going to try to get him to the playoffs, a World Series, possibly first time ever. And we have the team to definitely do it. But it's been so quiet with him as Bryson Stott just makes another play. Okay, ridiculous. At least we kept out of the double play with a hit and run. But it's just we haven't even concentrated really on him. He's just having a solid season. But the way Lindor's been playing, the way Owen Casey's Rookie of the Year campaign, I mean, he's just not even the best player right now on this team, and it's still ridiculous what this lineup can do. 0-2 to Glaber, and that is going to be jammed. Easy play there at second base, and they're out number 3. But Lindor adds the solo shot. Get back the lead here, 2-1. As here is Trey Turner. We'll start off this third inning, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Brooks Lee just playing a little bit too far in to kind of make a reaction on that play. Well, another base hit for Turner, and once again, we got to watch the speed because the stolen base threat is there. Probably the best stolen base guy right now in baseball. And that's the thing. You're so concentrated on there at first base. You just got to concentrate on the batter because Brandon Marsh has been killing it, but not this time. Swings through the changeup for strike 3. And now Harper, who grounded into that 5-4-3 double play, would like to use another one there to get out of this inning. 1-2, or look maybe for the strikeout, swing and a miss on 100. So Harper goes down, 2 away now, 4th K for Soto. And Castellanos to the plate. And he gets jammed, pops it up to right field. James Wood is over, out number 3. So nothing there for Philadelphia in the third inning. Let's go to the 5th. Here comes Francisco Lindor to lead us off, and Lindor gets a hold of another one. This one deep in the right field, and it's going to be out of here again. Lindor with his second of the game. We just got to get some guys on base for this dude. I know he's leading off the inning, but still, can we get some guys on instead of hitting these solo shots? But number 31 now for Lindor. A 3-1 lead. Yeah, 2 runs in Philadelphia. That you don't feel comfortable with that at all because that could just go in a heartbeat. Let's try to add some more runs. Trout. That one was ripped, but they're just, I mean, Trey Turner right there. That is a really good play, obviously. Not easy the way how hard it has been hit. But, man, the middle infielders, Trey Turner and Bryson Stott are just insane today. As this has popped up, but if you looked at the exit velo, 100 on the pop-up. That might be one of the hardest pop-ups you'll ever see. Man, 100 exit velo on a pop-up? Crazy to see. As Glaber with the 2-out hit keeps this 5th inning alive, but I just couldn't believe that was 100 off the bat, and it just goes straight up. That is absolutely crazy to see. As here comes Owen Casey, still our leading RBI guy, but he's going to ground out to first base to Harper for out number 3. Hasn't had the greatest game here today, but Lindor really has so far. Couple of home runs. Let's head to the bottom half of the 5th, and guess what? Trey Turner, again, another hit. 3 for 3 in this game. Just can't get this guy out. Because if there's a gapper, I mean, that is going to be a run easily. All right, Brandon Marsh. And there he goes again. A little bit closer this time, but he's in. Stolen base for Turner, gets into scoring position. But Marsh is going to have an ending here. Fly out to right, and we'll take it for out number 3. Yeah, thank God this isn't the Brandon Marsh from last year's game with the Pirates franchise, because just could not get that dude out. Not having that problem this year, as this one's going to leave the yard. Brooks Lee. Another solo home run as Lee's having a fantastic game. Double home run, number 11 on the season. That's what you want to see. The slugging percentage is starting to be on the rise. So Lee adds another one, this time from the right side of the bat, part of the plate, obviously. 4-1 lead. Head to the 6th. Bryce Harper 0 for 2 so far in this game. Can we make him 0 for 3? 2-2. I don't think so. With the kind of shift over there, that's going to get down for a hit. Nimmo up with it. He's going to be on his way to second base, and he'll probably be in there pretty easily. He is. So a leadoff double here for Bryce Harper, his 21st on the season. He really hasn't had the greatest of seasons here so far. As Castellanos crushes this one, that one's going to leave the yard. And just like that, this is a one-run ball game. As I said, a 2 or 3 run lead. I mean, it's just not safe with this team, with this ballpark. Forget about it, the power that they have. Castellanos 2-run shot, and just like that, we got ourselves a ball game here in the 6th. I mean, that's the first 2 guys. So there's still nobody out, as Alex Bohm is going to rip this one. And when I heard that off the bat at first, I was like, uh-oh, that is back-to-back home runs, but not here. As Bryson Stott trying to keep it alive here, now 2 away. See the pitch count per inning. This is the worst so far. 0-2. And he does not chase that low changeup inside. Let's go away. 1-2. Rips this one, but Brooksley is there for the snag. But 2-run shot. 4-3 game. And here comes Lindor. Could we get a 3rd home run? We won't get a 3rd home run. But Bryson Stott's not getting to that one. Finally. Hit a little bit too hard. Gets through. Base hit. Leadoff single for Lindor. Now, obviously, Lindor is a stolen base threat. But with Mike Trout at the plate, 2 for 3, I don't know. Sometimes when they have these RBI guys, and obviously a lefty's on the mound as well, I kind of just want to let him, have the bat in his hands. Maybe a hit-and-run situation could be possible. 1-0. Trout rips this one. That one's going to get down and actually going to get to the wall. Lindor on his way to 3rd. He's going to be waved home. Trout's going to have a double, no throw to the plate, and that's what I mean. I'd rather have that happen as we get this back up to a 2-run lead. 37th double of the season for Trout. 5-3 lead. Now James Wood to the plate, trying to look for his first hit of this game, and he might have it. Ripped deep to right field, and this one's going to get over the head off the wall. Trout scores easily. Back-to-back doubles, and now a 6-3 lead here in this 7th inning. This offense, you just can't shut them down the entire game. We're going to have innings like this, as that one's ripped for a base hit. Wood with the speed, short, he'll score easily. He's in there. Another run, 7-3 lead. And that's the whole thinking right now. I know in playoff baseball, it comes down to pitching. You're going to face the best. They're going to usually have solid bullpens, and offensively, it might not always go the way you want it to go. But with this offense, as that's going to get down for extra bases, I just don't see how you shut us down for a full, series. I just don't see it. This offense is just too good. So leadoff double, as Marchand's not going to foul that one away. Now, speaking of dominant bullpens, that's what this guy is right here. Is Paul Sewald swinging a miss. Strike 3 has just been so good this year. Can we get this guy out, though? Trey Turner, 3 for 3. Well, make it 4 for 4. That's a base hit. Probably going to score a run. Throw from Nimmo. Not in time. All right, well, Phillies get one back. 7-4. Now Brandon Marsh. And we're going to just let that one roll. 2-2 pitch. And, that one might have been a little bit low, but we'll take it for out number 2, the strikeout. Marsh not happy. Now Bryce Harper, who has that one double. And now we don't get that call, so there's a little bit of a makeup call. Strike zone a little bit off. As Harper, though, swing and a miss. Fastball inside. So Philadelphia gets one, 7-4. Let's head to the 8th. There's Nimmo, and this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous what's going on at second base today. I mean, Bryson Stott's just making play after play after play. I think that's the, second time he's robbed Nimmo. Nimmo's like, you got to be kidding me. As the check on Alex Bohm. Oh, okay. That was a terrible call. There's not even close for him going, but we'll take it. Strike 3. That's why sometimes I have to think about turning off the check appeals at first base, as O'Hearn's going to rip this one. That'll get down for a base hit. They're just so inconsistent. It's not even close. Like, there's no way Alex Bohm even went there. Animation-wise, it's not even close. Whereas, you know, if you turn off the check swing appeals, that's probably going to be a ball and won't be called. Strike 3, though. Stott will end the inning. So some of that stuff, I just, you know, it's got to be fixed a little bit. And I understand you have the umpire, you know, missed calls on there, which I do like. I do like that. I like that stuff. I mean, I'd like to see that in Madden. As we're going to bring in Diaz to close this game out. Hit really well to right, but just running out of room for out number 3. And then speaking of Madden, maybe NCAA, I'd like to have a video out here shortly. I'm sure you guys have already seen plenty about it. I don't even know if I really need to bring out. I'm not going to bring out a video talking about stuff like the information. It's just redundant right now. Everybody has seen it. If you're interested in NCAA football, you know, it is what it is. I don't need to really do anything. But what I want to do is maybe have a video out shortly, as we're trying to close out this game here and try to pick up the victory. 1-2 here. Turner does not go. Holds it up. 2-2. Let's go back with the fastball. Fouls away the 101 fastball. 2-2 again. And this one's going to be flowing in the left. Finally, we've got Trey Turner out here. Finally. That's a fly out number 2. But yeah, I might have a video out here, I would say in the next week or two, and really maybe just go over some of the schools that I'm possibly thinking about using in Dynasty. That is my guess right now. If you have any suggestions down below, as we can try to put away Brandon Marsh here, 0 for 4 in this game. And that's going to be a strike for the slider. So one more strike here to get out of this. And see you later, strike 3. That'll be a 7-4 victory here in game number 1. Soto gets win number 14 on the season. Let's see if we can just put these guys away. We'll try to look for the sweep. But I know we're in an MLB video. I understand. NCAA, getting all the trailers out, the gameplay. You're getting excited for it. I mean, I'm still excited for the rest of this series to try to get ourselves a World Series victory with the team we got rolling. But NCAA will be coming out shortly. I'm going to have a video, like I said. Let me know down below. If you're on this part of the video, you are watching right now, tell me any school. I have some schools in mind. Now, obviously, I'm always going to be thinking about building up everything. And you know, I'm probably going to use, you know, I don't know if I'm going to go too crazy with it, but let me know down below possible schools that you would like to see as we do sweep the Phillies. 1 run there in the 10th to get it done. Man, so Philadelphia, the nosedive continues as Griffin Jacks gets the win. Diaz with his 40th save, so we sweep Philadelphia. And now we got a 3-game set with the O's as we'll take the first game there. Continue this win streak. Doesn't look like we're going to win game 2 here. And we will not. We'll lose 6-4. Game number 3. And we're going to lose that 4-3. So the O's take 2 out of 3 from us. They're trying to compete for that wild card in the AL. I think the Yankees have that division. Got a decent lead right now. So yeah, just let me know down below of NCAA teams you'd like to see, and I'll have something out shortly. But as we're getting close to September, obviously September call-ups, who do you call up? You got to call up somebody. Jeff Cuevas could be the guy. 313 average, 391 on base. All this dude it does is hit the ball. He's got an 833 OPS. I mean, he's a great hitter. I wish Colin Houck was one of those guys. Now, Lazario Montes, same thing. Very good power, but 252 average. He's got 19 home runs. Right now, 16 stolen bases, 422 slugging, 745 OPS. He's kind of in the running as well. Now, with him being 21, I'm not sure. Ryan Clifford, I would say, is your top guy, you know, part of the futures game. 265 average, 15 home runs, but you can see some of his ratings are taking a bit of a dip. So that's a little concerning, but maybe before it starts to dip a little more, I'd like to see what he's got. Now, Leon Pena, I sent him back down. He was only hitting just around 200 down up here. I brought him back up, but he is just skyrocketing in attributes. He's up to a 76 overall. He's hit 7 home runs. I think coming back up since I think I sent him up maybe a couple weeks ago. He is now, I think, hit like something around like 4 home runs in the past couple weeks, and he's got that average up. So, I mean, he has 91 powers versus righty. That's absolutely insane. I thought about possibly Pena could be one of these possibilities being brought up. He is very, very young. But I think what we're going to do here is get into a game here in AAA. And we're just going to go with Cuevas, Montes, Clifford, Pena, and probably see what they can do. Whoever performs the best, it's almost like a spring training thing, you're being called up. Now, Gabe Pena has kind of slowed down. He had a great futures game being the MVP there. I was thinking of Jalen Palmer, who was called up last year. 20 home runs this year in Double-A, 276 average. He's already on the 40-man roster, so you could possibly bring him up. So we have different possibilities, offensive side of the, that side, because we're going to bring up one of each. Now, pitching-wise, it's probably going to be Ben Brown. He was on the roster last year, didn't last too long, stayed down here in AAA. I wanted to see him really just work his way back up. You can see what he did in 2 starts last year. Now, I know it's only 2 starts, but it just wasn't working. The location wasn't there. He needed to work on some things. And even though his win-loss this year down here in AAA is not great, he's still pitching very well. I think Derek Yeager, he's going to stay down for the rest of the season. We're not going to just bring him back up. I was thinking of maybe Johan Ramirez, giving somebody like that a chance in the bullpen. But I want to see one of the young guys, and I think Ben Brown, bring him back up, see what he's got. I think that is the guaranteed call for that. But obviously, hitting, fielding, I'm not quite sure. So let's get into this game. Let's just see with some of these guys, who's going to perform a little bit better. I mean, if you have a little bit off game, I don't know. I mean, I could bring up any of these guys, really, and I think I'd be happy with it. But I think at the moment, like I said, I think it's either between Cuevas or Ryan Clifford. Cuevas just hits. And there you go. I mean, it just proves it right there. Rips a base hit up the middle. The dude is just a hit machine. Hit in Double-A. He's hitting in Triple-A. We'll see if it goes up to the big leagues. But is this the time for him? Or is it Ryan Clifford? That's the other thing, too. I think I just want to give Clifford a shot. And also with first base, the right way Brett Beatty has struggled a bit this season. I think there's more of a chance that Clifford can get some actual at-bats, because that is the whole thing, too. As that one just chasing after the high heat. How do you get at-bats for the guys to come up? Cuevas, I don't know. I don't know how you get at-bats for him. How do you take some of the guys, out of the outfield? I'm not quite sure. As Ryan Clifford rips this one deep to right. There it goes. 2-run home run, and maybe that'll do it right there. Maybe that, to me, just instantly proved it. We might be good. Ryan Clifford, even if you strike out 3 more times the rest of this game, well, actually, it was a 3-run shot. Sorry about the 2-run shot. 3-run home run. Still make contact, obviously. But I'm thinking Clifford for sure. Just because he can get some at-bats in there. Here comes Leon Pena. And that one's going to be fouled away. I'm still getting the same thing. Pena, I think, has a chance to make the roster next season. Swinging through that fastball for strike 3. Just power alone. I mean, he could possibly be the DH. As we continue to sim through the first here, Derek Yeager is on the mound, and it's not going well. Basing clear triple. Man, all right, we're tied up at 3 apiece. Now it's a 4-3 lead. As here comes Cuevas to the plate. Gets a hold of this one. High fastball, but it just ends up being a lazy fly ball. So that is the one thing. Doesn't have the power. So you don't want to be, you want to be more of like a line drive hitter, as man, we just can't lay off that high fastball on Montes. We just can't. Strike 3. Man, all right, here comes Clifford. 5 for 14 on this series. Home run, 4 RBI. Might be one of his final games here in AAA. Swings through that pitch. 0-1. This one, a little bit underneath of it. Launch angle a little bit too much. We'll get to the track and it'll be out number 3, but that's fine. That's fine at bat. I have no problems with that. Good contact, being on the ball. As here comes Pena to the plate, swings through that slider. And for him, Pena, I'd like to see him possibly make the roster. And it's also just trying to get guys that we've drafted. I want to see these guys make the big league squad. But I'm not just going to put them up there to put them up there. I want them to prove it. So he'll probably play the rest of this AAA season, start at AAA next year. And if he's dominating the first month, the power that he has, I could definitely see him making his way up to the bigs. And this guy, Cuevas, he's going to be on the spring training roster. There is absolutely no doubt about it. The way he can hit, you just can't continue to keep a guy down like that. Now, is he a quad A player? We'll see. I don't know. Because I would say attributes in this game are just so wild. As Derek Yeager is having a rough game. He is going to be taken out. Allows 9 hits, 7 runs. Didn't even get out of 5. Well, it's going to be now 8 runs on his docket. Man, rough game. But that's the thing, too. Attributes are so weird in this game. Usually a guy that's going to be higher will perform, but sometimes they just don't. It's baseball. It's very strange. If you got a guy that's like a 96 overall in any other game, NBA, Madden, whatever it is, you're going to get, you're going to get from him. But in this, you could have a 90 overall player and he can just absolutely fall off a cliff, but somebody comes up like at a 63 and they're just performing very well. So you just never know. As Pena, that's going to be not get through. I mean, the defensive play from the CPU in this video today has been ridiculous. Just robbing base hits. As it is a 13-4 game. We're absolutely getting blown out here. But Montes finally gets a base hit. He is another one. We made a trade for first season of the franchise, and I just don't know what to do with them. Outfield was a real struggle to start off this series, and now it's not. It's a pure strength. We have so many guys out there that we'll see. There is a possibility that I can see, depending going into next season, is the ages of our starting pitching. And really, if you look at our pitching depth in the minors, we don't have really that many guys that are about there. So that could be a thing. Like some of these guys that we've built up, some of these guys that are just, you don't really have a big league possibility because Owen Casey, James Wood is already there. And, you got Brooks Lee, Beatty. Maybe these guys get traded for a more younger pitching staff. We'll see, as Pena is going to fly out there to left. And really, that's going to pretty much be the game. 13-4 is the final. And really not the most impressive game, but at least Clifford with the 3-run home run, and he did make some decent contact on other stuff. I think that's easy call now. And McGill got ripped too. Jeez. All right, we'll continue here through the rest of the month and call up these guys. We'll lose the first game there to Pittsburgh. Second game, Trout day-to-day with the strained oblique. We will get the victory, and then we go to Sunday. It was 11-5 was the Paul Skeens was on the mound. So actually see what he did. Looks like he got lit up. We had 6 in the third. Trout, Wood, and Glaber with home run. Yeah, Senga with the victory, but it looks like he got ripped up there in the 6th inning. He didn't even make it out of there. Or the 3rd inning with 6 runs. And we'll lose the 3rd game. Trout's back. So 2 out of 3 Pittsburgh takes from us. 84-53. Get rid of the final day of August, and now we are into September. So got to get those 2 roster spots. Ben Brown, welcome back. Deserving so. Pitching very well down there in AAA. I know the win-loss record not there. Wins and losses, not everything. And then Ryan Clifford, we actually have to add him to the 40-man, which we have one more, I believe, available. And then we're moving on to the big league squad. There you go. Ryan Clifford will make his major league debut. You know what? Let's just get into it right now. It's going to be in Washington. He's going to be starting today at first base. And let's see what Ryan Clifford can do in his first major league game to start off the final month of the season. Taking a look at our prospect list. And you can see, that's what I'm talking about, pitchers. Fabregas is a closer. Ricky Nesbitt is a starter. That is it. We only have 2 pitchers in our top 10 prospects right now, and 1 is a closer. So we pretty much, I would say, have done a poor job really building up this pitching staff young-wise. I just haven't seen it. And obviously, Derek Yeager will probably be in the rotation fully next year, but that's something we'll have to really look at. So 2-0 to Clifford. Does rip this one into center field, but that's going to be caught for the out. So we do have a 2-0 lead here in the second inning, but 1 away now. Clifford 0 for 1 to start. Let's head to the 4th. Still 2-0 lead. And it's tough, obviously, facing a lefty here in your debut, but I like to see. I want to see what you can do, against either lefties. To me, if you're a guy up there, I know some guys struggle against lefty or whatever, but you should be able to hit whatever it is. That's my opinion. 1-2. They're going to say he went there. Man, all right. Well, strike 3. Nats still don't have a hit yet. Well, we're going to go to the 7th. It's still just a 2-0 game. So just that couple of runs, and that's it. But still looking for this first hit. Oh, man, out in front of 93. All right, 0-2 here to Clifford. And just buckling of the knees. Did not see that curveball coming. Strike 3. And now we head to the 8th. We got a chance here. Bases loaded. Nobody down. Can we at least get an RBI? As this fastball well out in front. Just too amped up. 0-1. Hit well to right field, but not well enough. We don't really have much speed at third base, and they're going to hold up everybody. Man, was hoping we could at least get an RBI out of that, but we will not as we, keep it bases loaded. And don't even get, we got nothing out of that. Wow. 2-run shot there by Mike Trout, though. Gives us a 5-0 lead. And we get one more final at bat here in the 9th with 1st and 3rd. 2 away. Can we finally get this first hit here for Ryan Clifford? Rips it, but, oh, man. And that's going to be out number 3. So Clifford will go 0 for in his debut. But, hey, it still ends up being a victory. We went 5-0 over the Nats. But Clifford, Ben Brown, so I think that'll be next time. We'll probably get into game with Ben Brown. And really, depending how we finish off the next couple weeks, I might just finish off the season next time because we have you can see now, an 11-game lead over Philadelphia. The Braves have dropped back just a little bit. So if we have like 2 weeks left in the season and we still have like an 11-game lead, I think we'll be good. So we'll see how the next few weeks go here in the first 2 weeks of September. And if they go very, very well for us and we're still looking pretty good, I think we just kind of sim out the rest of the season and get right into the playoffs. Dodgers half game back, and really it's just looking like a 4-team race for that, those wild card spots. And there you go. But right now we're in control. Final month of the season. We'll see if we can close it out and clinch this division. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Continue to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.